Okay guys, we're coming at you today with another DIY installment on our channel for camouflage pattern. What we have here is my Predator platform for my saddle hunting outfit. Here is Chris's, and what we're going to do is take this one and modify it to look like this one. These are a few things that you're going to need to do that. First, you need to start out with a light khaki pattern. Then we're going to go to a little darker color, which will be the OD green. Then after that, we're going to do the brown. And I'll finish it off with a clear coat over to protect that camouflage pattern that we're fixed to apply. First thing I'm going to do is move the one that's already been camoed out of the way. Next step is I'm going to flip it upside down. Guys, you can tell we're at the water today. A lot of folks out having a good time. I'm going to take and lightly dust it with the khaki. You need this light color to make it look like that tree. That's what it's going to look like when you look at a lot of trees out here in the woods. That sun, when it's shining off of something that looks a little bit light, that's what you're getting. You're getting that khaki color. Alright, I'm going to give that about 10 or 15 minutes to dry. The good thing about this Rust-Oleum camo paint is it dries very quickly, and if you can do it in the sunshine, hey, that's a plus. So let's let this dry. We'll flip it over and camouflage the next pattern with this base coat of khaki, then we'll get started doing the camo. Alright guys, it's been about 15 minutes. Paint's dry to touch. Like I said, it's a good thing to have it sitting here in the sun. What I have here is just a piece of natural sponge that you can buy at any store, Home Depot, Walmart, whatever. Like I said, we're going to start out with our light color, which is our khaki. Next, we're going to move into our OD green. And basically, all I'm shooting for is I'm going to sponge paint this, and we're trying to represent some tree bark, which is pretty simple to do. Let's saturate that sponge very well. And let's just go to spot painting it. It helps to have a good portion on there. Basically, you go as crazy as you want to, as dark as you want it to be. Just remember, we got one more color we're going to put on top of this. Well, guys, you kind of got the idea of what I'm doing here. I'm going to finish up with this OD green, and when I'm ready to move on to the next color, we'll bring you guys back with us. But you kind of got the idea of what we're doing here. All right, guys, we got the first coat on, which was the khaki. Next was the OD green, and it's been about 15 or 20 minutes now. It's dry to the touch, so I'm going to move on to my next color, which is this dark brown. And we'll use the same piece of sponge I had. And just like with the green, get a good portion on there because you want it good and thick, and just pat it on there. Just kind of going over the areas and letting them kind of overlap. Good thing about this is it don't have to be perfect, because all trees are different, and we're just trying to mimic Mother Nature a little bit. Trying to keep that big old buck or that big doe from looking up at us and busting us up out of our set. I'm also trying to get in here in these corners just a little bit. Just take your time. You don't have to be in no hurry. A lot of times this is good to do well ahead of season. Gives you something to do during the off time. And this is a good method if you guys that hunt out of a tree stand. You can use this on your tree stand and your tree steps. And as you've seen in our other videos, backpack. There's really no wrong way to do this. Just depends on the effort you want to put into it and how well camouflaged you want it to be. It doesn't take very much to break that outline up, but to each his own. Alright guys, what I'm going to do is just continue on with what I'm doing here. And when I get this last little bit of sponge painting done here, we'll catch back up with you. Alright guys, it's been about 20 minutes. I set it over in the sun. It's good and dry. It's got a real nice pattern. Best way to check it. Check that out, guys. Alright, I'm happy with it. If I wasn't, I'd go back and touch it up a little more. Next step is we're going to go over here and we're going to put some clear coat on it. After I clear coat it, just going to let it set in the sun 15-20 minutes, or if you got all day, just let it set out there all day. You could skip that step if you want as far as putting clear coat, but I think it just kind of it's going to add to the longevity of the camo if you coat it in some clear coat to protect it. But not going to bore you with that. Just do some clear coat, you'll be ready to go. As always, we appreciate you guys watching our content, and if you're getting anything out of this educational, please hit the subscribe button, and guys, hit the bell. That way you'll be notified to any kind of content that we upload. And always, thanks for watching and happy hunting.